Obesity costs this country about $150 billion a year, or almost 10% of the national medical budget. Approximately 1 in 3 adults and 1 in 6 children are obese. Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death, attributable to heart disease, cancer, and diabetes.
Tess Holliday has been a major part of the fat acceptance community, but with great power comes great responsibility. Tess's uprising started with her appearance on the Cosmopolitan magazine. In the article, Tess talked about her workout routine and claimed you can be healthy at any size. Ever since that day, we have not seen Tess work out even once. Tess Holliday has been a major figure for fat people who don't want to lose weight. Today, we'll be going through some of her TikToks, highlighting how bad the poem is and how Tess keeps lying, even to herself.
I get this comment a lot anytime I publicly talk about my ED, and you don't have to believe me, but do you really think that the medical community and nutritionists and all of the experts that they interview when they also interview me that agree with me, do you think that they're all lying? So just remember how absolutely batshit crazy you sound saying this. Because I'm right, you're wrong.
Tess, why are you getting so defensive over a comment that asks you for an official diagnosis from a qualified ED specialist or doctor? Why won't you show us one if you're so sure that you have an ED? The amount of gaslighting, instead of just proving your point, is crazy. It just shows that you have no proof of having an ED. I've never seen a professional interview you, and even if I did miss it, you want us to believe you got a full diagnosis from a TV interview that was 5 minutes long at max. It just shows how disrespectful and delusional you are towards people who actually have an ED. How can you claim to have an ED when you have these kind of videos on your TikTok? Tess, you're literally just so infuriating.
Coffee, but I really like soup for lunch. I have bone broth for lunch a lot.
You know, what I find most mental about this is that we've known for years that she is okay with glorifying her eating disorder. And I'm not judging because I have an eating disorder. Bone broth is not a suitable meal. And then to end your day with just eating vegetables? But yet people continue to give her airtime, to give her a platform, to take her advice because everyone is too afraid to be fat. I was at a big fancy Hollywood event years ago, and Gwyneth Paltrow was there, or as she had everyone refer to her as GP. And she was at a table with Rachel Zoe, and I'm not going to get too deep into Rachel Zoe, but I have my own opinions. And it was a seated dinner, and we had a set course, a set meal. And she loudly had to let everyone know in this very tiny room with Natalie Portman, Catherine O'Hara, you name it, they were there, that her and her table, which were a handful of her close friends, as she said, that they were going to have something different. Pizza, but not just any pizza, cauliflower crust pizza with no cheese. And I'm not shading anyone that likes cauliflower pizza. Go on, do your thing. But everyone just laughed like it was no big deal. And I'm not here to judge what people put in their bodies, especially as someone that has a restrictive eating disorder. And I get mocked all the time because I'm fat. So how dare I talk about not feeding my body, right? But this isn't normal, and it's affecting a whole other generation of young folk.
I don't really have a whole lot to say about this TikTok, but I just wanted to show you guys the blatant hypocrisy. Saying she doesn't understand why people keep giving her an airtime when she promotes unhealthy habits. Tess, how are you, the person who ate an entire cake on Instagram, the person who claims that being 500 pounds is healthy, going to tell us that eating bone broth and cauliflower pizza is what we should be worrying about? How dare you say that she's affecting a young generation of people when that's literally what you do for a living? You're killing people by telling them that being fat is okay.
You know, as wild and as loud as folks are about me being wrong and spewing misinformation, I just want to know where I told people not to eat their fruits and vegetables. Literally, it takes 2 seconds to Google what I have pulled up right here, talking about why you need carbs, proteins, and fat. Also, what's that say? The 3 main nutrients in a balanced diet are How dare a fat woman who actually lives in her body and experiences her disordered eating every single day know anything about diets and what we, quote, should and shouldn't put into our bodies? Because I can guarantee I know a lot fucking more than you. Also, I'm not telling anyone how to eat. It's actually the opposite. So I'm going to say it again because some of y'all missed it. Body doesn't have prejudice with food.
How are you going to tell this commenter who just said he eats balanced meals it's so easy and that you know how to do it? And you even pull up a Google article about it when you literally called this a healthy and balanced meal just a few TikToks before.
I am in the middle of cooking breakfast and I wanted to share something that happened to me last night because hopefully it can help some of y'all. Also, every time I wear my hair like this, I feel like a Cocker Spaniel. So, someone that cares about me a great deal came over to see me last night. And when they came over, I wasn't feeling well. I was having like low blood sugar, all the things that you don't want. Lord, I need to buy more sour cream. Also, if y'all don't eat the chive and onion, I don't know what you're doing. So anyway, very innocently, they said to me, well, have you eaten? And I said, yeah, I had some pizza earlier. And they said, you need to eat something like a bit more healthy. Now, there are a few words that I don't allow when somebody comes into my house, and healthy is one of them. Mostly because I want my children to be raised to trust their bodies and to know what is best for their bodies. So when this person said this to me, I want to share with y'all what I said to them. Your body does not know the difference between a chicken Caesar salad or this. Your body doesn't know the difference. Your body's only job is to break down the protein, fats, and carbs that you put in your body. And that's all you need for a balanced meal. Protein, fats, and carbs. So trust yourself to feed your body. It's your body. If you want what you want, then eat it.
That TikTok just highlights how little Tess Holiday knows and understands about health and balanced diets. Your body might not know the name of what you're putting in your body, but the insane amount of saturated fats, empty carbs, and fried bacon is most certainly felt in your body. It doesn't just take the protein and fiber. Having 6 grams of protein with 40 grams of fat and a lot of empty carbs is most definitely not a balanced meal. Next time you make this kind of TikTok, just think for a second before uploading it. You're going to be the reason for many people's death in the future. Some people look up to you, and when you tell them what they're doing is okay, they actually believe you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming out.
Nice to meet you. It's just amazing to have a role model like Tess and actually see someone who actually looks like me, owning their sexiness and owning their curves and being someone that I can actually relate to in the mainstream media.